first of all, welcome to the 137th annual Mid-English Sonnet Recitation. We'll go one by one. All right, and again, show your support for your classmates. Get excited. It is not easy, as you guys know, to get up in front of a bunch of people and recite a sonnet. So make sure you love them up after they're done.
My name is Harry. I'm going to recite Sonnet 130 by William Shakespeare. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts are dun. If hairs be wires, black wires grow on her head. I have seen roses damasked, red and white, but no such roses see I in her cheeks. And in some perfumes, is there gonna be more delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks? I love to hear her speak, yet well I know that music has a far more pleasing sound. I grant, and never saw a goddess go, my mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground. And yet, by heaven, I think my love as rare as any she belied with false compare.
My name is Maggie, and I'm doing Sonnet 25. Let those who are in favor of their stars, of public honor and proud titles boast, while I, whom fortune of such triumph bars, unlooked for joy in that I honor most. Great princes' favorites their fair leaves spread, but as the marigold at the sun's eye, and in themselves their pride lies buried, for at a frown they in their glory die. The painful warrior, famous for fight, after 1,000 victories once toiled, is from the book of honor raised quite, and all the rest forgot for which he toiled. Then happy I, that love and am be loved, where I may not remove, nor be removed.
No longer mourn for me when I'm dead, that you shall hear the surly sullen bells. Give warning to the world that I have fled from this vile world with vilest worms to dwell. Nay, if you read this line, remember not the hand that writ them. For I love you so, that I in your sweet thoughts would be forgot. If thinking on me then should give you woe, oh, if you read upon this verse, when I compounded am with clay, do not so much but let your love, even with my life, decay, lest this wise world look upon your moan and mock you with me after I'm gone.
Okay. When in disgrace with fortune in men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoyed contented least. And then I look on happily, I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark at day of break arising, from sullen earth sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love such remembered hope brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings.
Some glory in their birth, some in their skill, some in their wealth, some in their body's force, some in their garments, though newfangled ill, some in their hawks and hounds, and some in their horse. And every humor hath his adjunct pleasure, wherein it finds a joy above the rest. But all these particulars are not my measure. All these I better in one general best. Thy love is better than high birth to me, richer than wealth, prouder than garments cost, of more delight than hawks and horses be, in having thee. Of all men's pride I boast, wretched in this alone, that thou mayst take all this away, and me most wretched make.
When in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble death heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself, and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him, with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy, content at least. Yet, in these thoughts, myself almost despising, happily, I think on thee, and then my state, light to the lark at break of day, arising from sullen earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love, remember such wealth brings that then I scorn to change my state with kings.
Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love, which alters when alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark, which looks on tempest and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose worth's unknown, but height be taken. Love's not time's fool. Those rosy lips and cheeks within the bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with days or hours, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. If this be error, and upon me proved, I have not writ, nor no man ever have loved.
When in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes, I, all alone, beweep my outcast state, and trouble death heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself, curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy, contented least. Yet, in these thoughts myself almost despising, happily I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark at the break of day arising, from sullen earth sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remembered such wealth brings, but then I scorn to change my state with kings.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's leaves hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often in his gold complexion dimmed. And every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance, or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thou, eternal summer, shall not fade, nor lose that fair which thou owest. Nor shall death brag thou wonderest in a shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as man can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee.
All right, so our judges are going to go outside for a couple minutes. They're going to deliberate, and then they'll come back in and have their decision.
In third place, with a really confident performance and great stage presence, is Maggie Luddy. Second place, first runner-up, is with really good tempo, awesome tone, was I. Who just flat out crushed it, Harry Way.